There comes a moment in every life, a profound realization that true peace doesn't flow from external validation, likes, or endless praise. Instead, it blossoms from being so deeply anchored in your own presence that absolutely nothing and no one can shake your core. This is the precise point when you evolve into someone cold, calm, and utterly untouchable. It's not about being cruel or distant, it's about having bravely mastered yourself. You see, we live in a world that relentlessly rewards the loud, the impulsive, the emotionally reactive. But if you desire true, unwavering power, the kind that doesn't disappear with shifting opinions or changing circumstances, you must learn to live in profound silence. You must learn to observe rather than merely react, to listen more deeply than you speak, and to move with calculated intention, not volatile emotion. You must understand profoundly that calmness is not weakness. It is the ultimate form of control. And genuine control, in its deepest and most transformative sense, begins unequivocally with the self. Life will corner you. People will relentlessly test you. And everything you thought you had mastered will inevitably resurface just to silently ask you one crucial question. Have you truly changed? This, my friends, is exactly where emotional strength is forged. Not in the calm seas of life, but intensely within the heart of the storm. You must learn to let the chaos swirl fiercely around you, while you, like an ancient stone, remain absolutely centered, completely unmoved by even the strongest winds. Revenge isn't always about direct action or retaliation. Sometimes the most potent revenge is becoming so incredibly composed, so undeniably successful, so profoundly elevated in your discipline that the very ones who tried to pull you down are forced to live with the undeniable reality that they never broke you. That's what it genuinely means to be untouchable. Not immune to pain, for pain is an inevitable part of the human experience, but immune to control. Not indifferent, but impeccably in command of your own emotions. To be cold doesn't mean you lack empathy or compassion. It simply means you've ceased allowing your precious emotions to be weaponized against you. It means you've learned how to channel your inner fire inward, using it to powerfully fuel your work, your ambition, your healing, and your ultimate growth. Your calmness is not merely silence. It's a calculated, deliberate refusal to waste your invaluable energy on what simply doesn't serve your higher purpose. The world will constantly tempt you to react, to furiously defend your name, to endlessly explain your decisions, to desperately prove your worth. But if you fall for that seductive trap, you give away your power, piece by precious piece, every single time. Let them misunderstand you. Let them talk. As the timeless wisdom reminds us, the lion never loses sleep over the opinion of sheep. You become cold, calm, and utterly untouchable by consistently choosing yourself again and again with unwavering resolve. You stop chasing a love that mistakenly confuses mere intensity with genuine loyalty. You stop trying to endlessly explain yourself to people who are simply committed to misunderstanding you, regardless of your efforts. You bravely walk away from battles that only serve to drain your vital energy. You learn to comfortably sit in your own solitude without feeling the sting of loneliness. And most importantly, you meticulously train yourself to respond to disrespect with distance, not with draining drama or explosive reactions. Self-discipline is your sharpest sword. Detachment is your impenetrable shield. And silence is the unyielding fortress that protects your precious mind. Every single time you choose to hold your tongue, to deliberately pause before you act, to gracefully walk away instead of explosively reacting, you inherently strengthen that fortress. You become less penetrable, less predictable, and exponentially more powerful. Being untouchable doesn't mean nothing affects you. It means you powerfully control how things affect you. It means the very same things that once sent you spiraling now gracefully pass through you without eliciting a single reaction. It means you've cultivated enough self-awareness to clearly see your triggers for what they truly are: invaluable lessons, not dangerous landmines. Remember, the strongest individuals are often the quietest in any room. They don't need to loudly prove anything. They don't crave attention. They are deeply content in their stillness, intensely focused on their relentless growth, acutely aware of the superficial game being played around them, but consciously choosing not to play small. That, my friend, is real, unadulterated strength. You don't achieve that overnight. It takes breaking down. It takes profound loss. It takes the sting of betrayal. It takes long, solitary nights sitting with your pain until you finally make the unwavering decision that no one will ever make you lose yourself again. It takes consciously choosing peace over chaos, purpose over fleeting pleasure, and genuine power over superficial approval. So how do you become cold, calm, and truly untouchable? You learn to bravely breathe through the pain. You master the subtle yet profound art of not responding. You observe everything with keen awareness and absorb absolutely nothing that doesn't genuinely serve your highest good. You become the kind of person who doesn't flinch when provoked, who doesn't beg when abandoned, who doesn't fold under immense pressure. You become someone who can be alone without crumbling, who can be doubted without doubting themselves, who can love deeply but never lose their unbreakable center. That's the real glow-up. Not louder, not flashier, but infinitely calmer, colder, and clearer. You walk with the quiet confidence of someone who knows exactly who they are. You speak only when it is absolutely necessary. You move in profound silence and let your undeniable results speak for themselves. Because in the end, true control isn't about dominating others. It's about mastering yourself. And once you achieve that, you become truly, powerfully untouchable. That is the Stoic way. That is your way. Now, if you've made it this far into this video, then you're not just passively watching, you're actively awakening. You're beginning to profoundly understand that emotional strength isn't about suppressing pain, but powerfully transforming it. That silence isn't emptiness, it's commanding presence. That distance isn't coldness, it's crystal clear clarity. So take this moment and let it anchor deeply into your soul. Let it become a pivotal turning point in your life. Not tomorrow, not next week, but now. The world doesn't need another loud voice. It desperately needs someone who moves with quiet purpose. Someone who can sit in a room full of noise and remain completely unshaken. Someone who doesn't chase attention, but naturally commands respect. Start today. Speak less. Feel more. Train your mind like a warrior trains their body, not to destroy, but to fiercely defend your hard-won peace. Every hour you spend in quiet discipline, every boundary you enforce, every emotion you process in silence rather than explosive reaction, that's you stepping deeper into your undeniable power. And when the world tries its absolute hardest to shake you, test you, provoke you, just smile. Not because you're unaffected, but because you are now unbreakable. Because you've bravely walked through fire and learned to use its flame to illuminate your very own path. Never let anyone see you weak again. Not because weakness is shameful, but because strength is your conscious choice now. You're not here to be understood by everyone. You're here to understand yourself so deeply that you become immune to the world's chaos. You're here to rise, not react, to lead, not chase, to become, not beg. Remember this voice. Remember this fire when you're alone, when you're tested, when it truly hurts, because that's precisely when you'll become who you were always meant to be. Cold, calm, untouchable. If this message resonated, like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to Stoicism in Daily Life 68 to join our growing community committed to living with unshakable inner strength.